Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. The cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through the elements. Thank y'all so much for being here. Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of at this time? Okay, I heard the word progression, hopeful, hopefulness, miles and miles. It sounds like travel to me, you guys. Progression and all that energy that resonates with travel moving forward. But the miles and miles gives it like a physical 3D effect, right? So it could be physical travel at this point. All right, what else, Spirit? Thank you for that. All right, so the course. So something about setting the course. So is this like goal-oriented information? I heard yes. I'm also hearing, so somebody's telling me this. It should resonate with many. So this sounds like a path that possibly, you know, a chosen few of us are on. I'm hearing we're about to embark on. So possibly it has to do with setting the course now for the miles and miles, the journey, progression energy. All right, y'all, I like it. The Ten of Cups is showing itself in the pre-shuffle. Thank you all for your likes, your shares, your comments, subscription to the channel, monetary donations. I love you all for giving. Thank you so much. Oh, let me shuffle. All right, anything else, Spirit, in regards to this channeled energy coming through? I'm seeing like a big tree. It's not a forest or anything like that. It's just like one single tree in like a plain field. I do see like, you know, the dips, the valleys, and then the hills. I do see this in the background, but it's just one single tree. And I'm hearing the word prosperity. I'm all here for all of that. All right, y'all. Here we go. Let's go ahead and dive in and see what this is. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Okay, so the Ace of Cups flipped in the deck. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull that out and lay it down. And there's some more cards flipped over in the deck. I heard now that it's over, like if somebody was, you know, if it was a part of a song lyric. Now that it's over, something like that. All right, here we are, y'all. That looks good, right? Okay. We have the Star card at the bottom of the deck, you guys. Okay, so this is definitely giving like, you know, goal-oriented, like this was the plan before it even started sort of energy. Spirit, tell me more about this Star card at the bottom of the deck. I'm hearing this is so luxurious. This is luxurious. So it's sounding like this was a life that, you know, possibly was hard to imagine based on the journey thus far, but it was already set. So that's that goal-oriented energy. So it feels like you guys were getting on the right track here, the track that was meant for us, you know, with the progression energy, the journey, travel energy. Yeah, so the Star card says a lot right now, especially when it comes to divinity and how one arrives at that place. Like you have to experience like the dark stuff before you can get to the light. Even though we came into this world as a light being, right? We didn't know that we would necessarily turn into some sort of light worker. Like that wasn't part of, you know, what we knew that this was supposed to happen at this time or during the journey. I don't know why that's so difficult to get in, to put into words for me right now. But that was that whatever was set was already set. Right? But of course we had to go through the course, the par of course of things. So course is very interesting right now because I've said it like 3 times now. So I'm hearing something about direction when it comes to course. And I'm being told and shown that course can be looked at two ways. Course, of course. No, I didn't say of course. Has to do with like travel down a path, right? Like a course of action. That's a third way of looking at it. Oh my God, there's so much going on here. And then the other way that I was pointed out, course, was like possibly taking a course. So that school of hard knocks, the knowledge, right, of the journey, having to go through certain things to be able to arrive at this point. Ooh, okay. I mean, yeah, it sounds good to me, Spirit. So that's the overall energy for the Star card and what we're about to get into here. So I'm hearing it's all about the journey. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for that. I'm still feeling a little perplexed behind that because it was a lot of wordplay, but it was so simple, but still it was like, yeah. Okay, so here we go, you guys. So the first card to flip over in the deck that I pulled out was this Ace of Cups. It looks like it's like right at the tip top of what looks like an A formation almost for me. So an A initial could be apparent for who we're about to speak on or speak about. But for me, when I first saw that it looked like an A, like, you know, back then before all of the course energy came through, I was like, well, it's not really a clear A here. It's not like a clear understanding of, oh, that's an A. It gave me the energy of, oh, it feels like it could be an A. So what is that, Spirit? What is the energy surrounding just that? So I'm hearing incomplete. So this person is incomplete. Whoever has this A initial. I don't know why I'm going so strongly with the A initial, you guys, because I'm feeling it. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I would like to tell you, you know, if this doesn't apply, let it fly, all that kind of stuff. But the letter A is very significant. And then I'm also being shown we could look at the letter A as the beginning of the alphabet. So something about the beginning here. All right, y'all. Let me get back to this A of Cups. The A of Cups. The Ace. I didn't mean to say that, but there we are. So everything is founded on this I'm hearing feelings, emotions, energies that have to do with this card. All right, y'all. So I don't know why I'm stuck, y'all. I'm stuck. I'm stuck right now. This will phase out. I just need to know why this is happening, but let me just allow Spirit to move. Hold on, y'all. I heard induction. Induction means being introduced to something or invited into, or induction could be a ceremonial sort of thing. Induction into truth. All right. I'm looking right at this High Priestess now. I was looking to the left out the window, but I look down and I see the High Priestess. This card has everything to do with knowing. Like you have the black and the white energy here for balance. Like it has to be good and bad, light and dark. But it's the inner knowing to know how to discern. And that inner knowing is a channeling method. I heard picking up on lost cause. Degenerate. Let me keep going, y'all. Let me keep going. So underneath the High Priestess energy, I have the Nine of Wands reverse. Let me see. Let me go through it. The Page of Wands reverse, and then the Queen of Cups. I heard asparatus. Asparatus sounds like some kind of device to help someone or help something or help maneuver. Queen of Cups is giving me focal point right now. I'm being caused to go back to the word asparatus. I heard the word joint. And now conclusion. Asparatus. Spirit, what is asparatus? I'm hearing the word initiate again. Well, induct was the original energy, but initiate, kind of the same flavor. Well, it's the same energy for me, what I'm picking up, what I feel. I'm hearing captive. You guys, I don't know why this is giving me now that this Queen of Cups, because the High Priestess was on top of this energy. And let's talk about the surrounding cards. We're talking about a Nine of Wands and a Page of Wands. So that Nine of Wands in the reverse is somebody who possibly is packing up, going home. Or it's giving me enclosure energy. Like, I'm seeing like, okay, so I'm being reminded of the tree that I saw in the beginning, but what I was getting was enclosure, like something like a jungle energy, like these sticks representing like a cage, like in the middle of like a jungle, like, which is interesting because I don't know what that represents right now. What about the Page of Wands reverse, Spirit? So that, okay, so limited interaction is here with the Page of Wands reverse is what I'm getting. So that would be more in reference to this caged energy here that I'm getting from this Nine of Wands reversed. So all of this right here, because that Queen of Cups is a healer. That Queen of Cups is someone who is, I heard golden child just now, but I'm thinking like a golden child would represent, oh, if you think about it, you guys, the movie Golden Child with Eddie Murphy, the actual golden child themselves, which turned out to be a little girl but looked like a little boy, right, in the movie, was in some sort of cage once the bad people got the golden child and captured them, because I heard the word captured, you guys. They put them in this like cage, like looked like bamboo sticks or something that were containing this child that was sort of like elevated off of the floor even in this cage. All right, y'all, we got it. We got this part, but there's still like a lot going on here. All right, let's keep all of this in mind here and the position that it was in originally. Now next to this energy, let's go over here, because this was feeling like, you know what, if this was the leg of the A that was giving me the incomplete energy, then that's what this is. So I might wait, because I said that this felt like the center or the heart. I don't know what I said, but it felt like, oh, I said the Queen of Cups was like a main component or something like that. But that was when I heard like this was the healer, but this is the one who was kind of encaged. I'm hearing enslaved now. But even as I curl my hands with my wrists together like this is like the tree. This is the tree formation. And the A representing the beginning. But it's incomplete here on this side. And we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. I want to jump over here first because this looked like completion here for the A. So I'm hearing roots, foundations right now. Like the roots having to do with the tree. And foundation could have to do with like the first letter of the alphabet, which is A, foundation, like the beginning. All right, let's jump into that. Let's see what this is, y'all. We have the Knight of Cups reversed on top, but then also it's almost side by side, you know, along that A frame with the Two of Cups reversed. And I'm going to tell y'all what I heard when I first saw this card. There was something that I heard, but I stated it. I can't tell you what it is right now. There's so much going on right now that I'm trying to pick up and put down. But I heard something about creation here. Because I was getting, you know, when Adam met Steve. I know that's not how, you know, that goes, but I can't void out what I heard. It was things along that line. And I'm not wanting to purposely call out, you know, homosexuality, because I feel like that's a term that people use, like that's connected to like scripture, like something generic that they would say, like God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. You know, one of those sort of things, because it's not funny, but they use that a lot. So now that I'm looking at this Knight of Cups reverse, I'm feeling like somebody wasn't tapped into their true emotions here because it's in the reverse. But then when it came to like failed relationships, because that would be the Two of Cups reverse. But then the header of that being this Ace of Cups, but it's on the side, you guys. So, ooh, what are we understanding here? We got the Queen of Cups right here. What are we understanding here, Spirit? Before I even get into what's underneath here, I need to get this first. Like they weren't in touch. They weren't in tune. They weren't tapped in is what I'm hearing. Talking about this Knight of Cups reverse. So if it has to do with, you know, their sexuality and them identifying with that in a healthy way, whoever else is in this Two of Cups energy got caught up in the mix because this person could not decide on what they wanted or who they truly were. Let's just say that. So I'm hearing there were a lot of games played around this because this person was unable or willing to accept their sexual identity. So therefore, we can go back to this Ace of Cups here at the header, right? But it's on the side. There is a new start here because I did hear something about it being over in a channeling energy, in a channeled energy. So possibly collective, this person being formally connected to you, possibly somebody also who had a hard time letting you go, is now being forced somehow to have to reckon or recognize or really take a good assessment on what they're going to do with their new Ace of Cups, with their new transformation, I'm hearing. But I keep hearing this is the pinnacle, because if we look at you know, if we reference the A frame, that the letter A incomplete on this side, which we'll get to. We already talked about who was here as like a caged animal. So now that I look back at that, I'm like, okay, a beard. This person had many beards. You know, that's the term for someone, well, we'll say a man who is unable to sexually identify themselves in public as being, you know, acceptant of them being attracted to the same sex. So therefore they have a implant of a wife, girlfriend, you know, a female, to just kind of publicly portray as I like women. I love women. Here's a woman. This is a woman. I like a woman. Because they're having a hard time, or either whatever's trailing them in regards to people talking, whispering rumors, or them at night just wishing that they could have what they really want to have. So that would be the beard by way of this Queen of Cups. So, Queen of Cups, if that's you that I'm talking to, that High Priestess is telling me that you already know this. So if this is something or someone who is questioning, their mate at this point about who they truly want to be with at the end of the day, then this is for you. So possibly you all are going through some sort of breakup or a separation, and it all has to do with these red flags that you've been receiving. All right, so that's what's going on here, you guys. Okay, so we can go ahead and jump back into this now. We got it. Thank you, Spirit. So this must be going on a lot is what I'm hearing. This must be like a new wave of down low energy. But this time around, now these people who are not in a good place to be able to identify sexually in a healthy way, they're still trying to hide and mask and charade and beard the situation. There's a new wave of these people who have now had to start over here, this new beginning, because the women are cued in. The women are tapped in. Yes, I'm saying women. I am being gender specific at this point because that's heavily on the board here. These women are tapped in. They're tired of being represented as some sort of trophy or something that's shown off as, look, I have a wife, so therefore I can't be gay. That would be their counterpart saying that. But that's that Knight of Cups in reverse. So it feels like a lot of tall tales happening here. But it's giving me, you guys, that these are, when we think of down low, I don't know. Down low sounds kind of prehistoric at this point, but it's still relevant. But I'm talking about the ones that really you would never suspect, on the outside looking in. So maybe there's some sort of wave of a newfound freedom when it comes to these men, these masculine men, who now are wanting to pay attention to how they really feel. Maybe this has to do with them finally taking notice of their own emotions and feeling like they no longer have to hide and cover and beard up women, to make it seem like they're a family man. Not that, you can't be a family man if you choose to be with the same sex. That's not what I'm saying. But these people front. They front heavy. Because I'm looking at a typical housewife here with this Queen of Cups who has a knowing, but they've been caged for so long. They have an inner knowing that something's not right. But possibly they were thinking it was another female that their husband was stepping out with, but it's not. That's what we're talking about here. There's a new wave of this happening. It's no longer, them stepping out with another woman. In this case, I'm hearing sexual gratification. I mean, they have you. They don't need another woman to give them what they already have. This has to do with them identifying with these emotions that they're feeling toward another or the same sex, I'll say. Another man, if it, how that applies. Because I am being gender specific. Because there's something about the gratification sexually. And not to get all in you all's business, who are in same-sex relationships and what have you. Not to get in your business, but I'm pretty sure that there are things that turn men on that only a man would be able to provide. But that's something that they were never really ready to, expose or relate to or come out with. But it's helping to free this Queen of Cups who was trapped in a situation that was emotionless. Because this Queen of Cups feeling like, they weren't serving their purpose possibly, or they just had to, remain, this Queen of Cups, provide, the healing energy and the love and support for their man. Meanwhile, your man is like not showing you that in return because they're giving it to someone else. But it's not who you think. But you do know. You do know, High Priestess. I'm hearing Fantasia, go ahead and free yourself. But that's for both of y'all. All right, y'all, let's get into this finally. Behind the Two of Cups, we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So not only do we have failed relationships here, or the lying or the deceit, them wanting to come to terms, but they can't because they're too ashamed. They don't know how to identify with this, but they're being forced to with this Ace of Cups here, because both of you all are fed up when it comes to these emotionless, interactions with one another, because neither one of you are pleased. And this was giving sexual gratification on top of that. But we're talking about cups here. So the Seven of Pentacles is, this loss of, what about this? We were building this. So I'm getting that goal-oriented energy back again that was in the channeled energy. So this is loss of investment, or what you thought was going to be valuable someday is now like, okay, so what was all of this for? Why did we buy this big old house? Why did we move to, I'm here in St. Louis. Why did we move here? We dropped everything we had and we moved here together because we thought that this, that's that energy. I'm heavily relying on purchases here because it was like long term, because, that's what it was. Behind the Seven of Pentacles reversed, we have the Seven of Cups, y'all. Here's where the confusion lies. I'm hearing this was never supposed to turn out this way, but then again it was. So that's like, that would be the confusion. Star card energy. High Priestess. It's not always how we set out on the journey. Like, it's things that are already anticipating in the background that are supposed to, be happening. But we're not on the right course. So there's the word course again, and not being on the right course. But now you all are, both of you all are on the right course here. So this one is wanting to try to identify with what's happening. And then without trying to hold you captive any longer, Queen of Cups, because you want to be free from this situation, because you understand what's happening here, even though it's not been possibly captured on film, tape, video, picture, screenshot. You have this knowing. So Queen of Cups, I'm being reminded again and again about this caged energy. So I specifically feel if you are one who feels like you're trapped in a situation, this is for you. But this man has a nice job. I'm hearing 6-7 figures. So it's not one of those to where you felt like you could be yourself, you could speak out, you could, stir up drama. There's something about you not being able to get out of place here, but out of place, quote unquote, what is that? Is it the colleagues of this other person, your husband, boyfriend, whoever this is? I'm thinking husband at this point. If he hadn't married you, then that's a shame. Because I feel like you've really, I'm hearing encapsulated, like you gave up your life pretty much for this person, only to find out now that, your speculation is they're dipping out on you, but it's not what you think. It's, It's them trying to identify with who they really want to be with in regards to same-sex energy. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but just don't try to dupe others and go get your self-gratification and then try to come back to them when you're supposed to be getting that gratification from them. But in this feels a very like sexless, loveless, emotionalist relationship here. A beard. All right. Okay, so behind the Seven of Cups, we have the Moon card reverse. Y'all look. So maybe you did get that screenshot. I mean, the High Priestess for me would go ahead and let me know that, you know, your suspicions were right. You might still not have the evidence you need to throw it in their face, but the fact that you know, they probably know that you have suspicions here. Queen of Cups, they know that. But that's also putting a further strain on this quote unquote relationship. But whatever it is that you need to know, Queen of Cups, you know. This is just double confirmation for me. And the fact that it's on the side here with this Knight of Cups and this failed relationship energy, that they know. I said they because them and their partner, whoever they're dealing with over here on the side by way of the same sex, they know that you know. Behind that, we have the Eight of Cups. Cups all over the place, y'all. So they're planning to walk away if they have not already, but I feel like the walk away is that they're going to go ahead and choose the side of this lover. But that, I will feel like that's purposeful in the whole freeing energy, Queen of Cups, because then you get to be free because you're like a caged bird over here. But it's like the suspicions are there and you're being confirmed that what you're feeling is right. You're exactly on it. But this person's about to walk, like completely walk. And I just need Queen of Cups to be prepared for what's happening here. Because, you know, I mentioned the Seven of Pentacles. Because I mentioned, like, you know, they might have like a 6-7 figure income. So Queen of Cups, you played your position because you felt like that's what you were supposed to do. But Queen of Cups is like, I don't want you to get caught up in the what ifs, like with the money aspect of it, the finances, because I felt like you all had purchased homes and whatever else, vacation homes even possibly. And you're now wondering like, well, who's going to get what? Or maybe you didn't even want to think about that because you never wanted to be faced with this decision, and the knowing that you know, maybe the denial kicked in. Behind the Eight of Cups, the Emperor. Because the Emperor does and says what they want to do. And they don't have anybody to tell them otherwise. That's why I was getting the caged animal, the beard energy. You would never try to go up against this Emperor energy. You would never. And that's why they are able to do and get away with what they've been doing for so long here. I'm hearing it started out with, you know, the opposite sex of them dipping. But then, you know, they met someone. I'm seeing like an office building. But this feels like this would have been like a colleague or an employee that they met by way of the same sex. Very dapper looking, but young. I am getting young and innocence here. But very charismatic, like the smile is to die for here. Possibly I'm seeing a piercing or two. It could be both ears pierced, but I'm seeing like a single, like a diamond pendant, like carrot sort of energy going on. Just like a stud, diamond stud. Clean cut waves at the top. Something about this person's smile though. The fit, the suit, all of that. Tens. That's who this Emperor got caught up with. I heard the name Rodney just now. Could be an R initial. But this one was eager. They were like, you know, they may not have been an intern, but it was really, it's giving me like wet behind the ears energy when it comes to this career, because I feel like this Emperor, that office building that I'm seeing, it looks like they probably lease like this floor of this office building. Like this is their enterprise. Because I've been seeing that from the beginning, because I mentioned a 6-7 figure income. So that's a boss. That's somebody who definitely is, you know, you're sitting at home painting your nails. Not, no disrespect, Queen of Cups, but you didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to do much. But that's the position that they wanted you in, because you were serving that purpose of a beard. Well, now at this point you are. But I'm hearing grooming too. So to groom you into that. I'm hearing that this Emperor could have done time. Not that that's anything to disparage them, but it's significant, so I'm putting it out there. They could have served some time for like maybe a white collar, or I think it has to do with something in their younger days. But I'm hearing this Emperor is nice looking man too, licks his lips a lot. The smile. Also, they have a wonderful smile. So these people work out together. These two guys, they work out together. There's another cue for you, Queen of Cups. Behind the Emperor, we have the Strength card. So the grooming energy that I picked up. Yeah. So they built up strength along the way to be able to finesse this wild beast. So whatever they were doing, I look at it right now, because I'm talking to the Queen of Cups, because I'm assisting you with some information here. I mentioned a caged animal or a jungle energy, but that's like supposed to be a ferocious beast, right? So potentially could come and harm this person. This is your person right here. This is the husband energy, the one who's dipping out. Same-sex relationships at this moment. But they had to get to this point to where you wouldn't bite back. This Emperor, this is behind the Emperor. At that, 2 majors built up the strength to be able to keep you captive or hold you captive, because that's the energy that came up. Behind that, we have the 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords reversed, and then the Page of Pentacles. Spirit, what is this energy coming behind the Strength card and the Emperor? They didn't want you to have to, well, that's the whole point, was to take your power away. Here, Strength card, the grooming energy, so you wouldn't come bite them back. They wanted to put you in a position to where you didn't, even if you wanted to leave, you wouldn't be able to. I don't think they gave you a reason to want to leave, but it was disguised as, I got you, baby. Don't worry. We fine. Look at our bank account. Look at what we got. I'm out here. Look at how good I look. Look how good you look. This is that person. But then if you ever had a thought in your mind, like, how the hell am I going to get away from this person if something really went down? This is what you come up with. 6 of Swords reverse, not having any help. Who you going to call? Who could you tap into spiritually? What connections would you have spiritually? This is this person's thinking. This is where they wanted to get you at. Look at this Page of Pentacles. Look how scuffy they look. They have nothing to offer. So this, to me, is telling me this Emperor, of course, is the one who manages everything when it comes to the finances, the books. You know, maybe you get your own credit card and that's it. You don't have access to the accounts like that. They give you a credit card and say, go ball out. But that means they can cut that credit card off at any time, or debit card or whatever. They didn't want you to have to worry about anything because it was designed that way. But now looking at it, what they don't know is that you're the High Priestess. You've been that way all along. You're a healer. So you know the highs and lows, the ups and the downs. That was that tree. The tree with the valleys and the hills. That single tree, that's you. That was your placement. You were to stay right there and root yourself right there. This isn't your fault that they are stepping out and then choosing and identifying with who they want to be with sexually. That's not anything bad on them either. But the fact is, you're not going to do all that and then keep my girl Queen of Cups here held hostage. You're not going to do that. But that's where that high priestess comes in at. Because I'm hearing business is about to be handled here, especially with that moon card reverse. So I'm hearing, so let's watch the charades game begin. Let's watch and see how this Knight of Cups is going to try to, well, how they're going to identify now that, you know, they possibly could lose you. What are the things now that they're going to do to try to make it seem as if they're not doing what they're doing? Because they know that you know. So what are those things that are going to start to kick in now is the question. I'm hearing you need to hire a private investigator. If you can't be that investigator yourself, because I was literally seeing a lady with shades on with a scarf around her head in a convertible, or an old-timey car that would be a convertible, like a classic car though. I'm not talking about something cheap and raggedy. These are classic cars, like collectible automobiles. I'm seeing that because it's giving prestige. I heard luxury too here, you guys. So I know who I'm talking to. Not really, but you know, the energy. So it's giving me that, like you following them and you getting the information yourself that you need, them leaving out a certain apartment building, like a luxury apartment building is what I'm seeing. Because that would be where this person resides when they're not with you. They're with this other gentleman laying up with them. That's telling me you can get this information yourself, Queen of Cups. Like you can use this High Priestess energy and really cloak yourself to get this done. But it's far time that you know what's going on here, Queen of Cups. But for me, it means that you're just receiving confirmation right now. That's all. All right, let's get to the other side of this A. This was the incomplete A because this leg was a little shorter than the other leg on the A. So, you know, we're going along with that energy. So let's see what this is. We have the 7 of Wands reverse. We have the 8. Oh, look at the wands, y'all. The 8 of Wands and then the 5 of Wands. So, okay. Yeah. I'm hearing this is important. So let's not play around. Let's see what's going on. Spirit, what's happening here? 7 of Wands reverse, 8 of Wands, 5 of Wands. Definitely talking about conflict, competition. These are all actions right here, though. But that was the incomplete energy. There are actions here that are taking place to complete this A, this foundation. I'm hearing A-frame. What's going on here, Spirit? I'm hearing to pull clarifiers. All right, let's get some clarifiers. But let me tell you the basic meaning here. So the 7 of Wands reverse, meaning somebody's being overpowered, pretty much, when it comes to actions here. So that would have to do with this couple over here knowing that you know. So that last leg is not complete yet, but here's how it's going to be completed. Overpowering energy here. So that actions that you're supposed to take that I was guided to tell you to become your own detective or investigator, or you can hire one. We know you can hire one. So that's the thing. How are you going to do that without them knowing? Because this is the person who gives you the credit card. So you would have to use that credit card to hire them. Like, you don't have really access to money like that, like cash. I mean, even if you went to get a cash advance off of the credit card, you're going to be heavily questioned. I'm hearing under heavy scrutiny as to why you just didn't use the card. Why did you have to get cash? They know that you know. Let's not forget that. So they're going to be looking for ways that they may get caught up. So they're going to be on high alert. That's why I said it's going to be fun and entertaining to see all the ways that they're going to try to come in. Well, not they, but by way of this partner that they have is also cueing them in on what to do or how they should do things, because they're partners. They're talking about this. They're talking about how possibly they have been discovered now, or you're on to this situation because you're acting strange. And when your partner goes back and tells their partner this, then they're having pillow talk. They're talking about this, how this could unfold. The 8 of Wands has to do with quick actions, but then the 5 of Wands has to do with like competition, conflict. So that's what we don't want to do. We want to complete this lay, but we don't want to have something happen or cause conflict to where this will not get complete the way that it's supposed to be. That was the goal setting energy. We gotta do this the right way. So back to the private investigator. I told you that's possibly why I said that, because I said you can handle this yourself. High priestess energy, star card energy even. You can do this yourself. You don't have to hire anybody. So maybe that's something that's on your mind, that you feel like you're going to have to hire somebody, but how are you going to stay inconspicuous, right? All right, y'all, let's get the clarifiers. I hear the name Susie. Okay, so Susie could be a receptionist in the building, the apartment building of. There's something there. Because Susie was very generic of a name, but I'm thinking, okay, so it was giving me like front door, walk in. They have a receptionist in this apartment building, but they have several. But the day you actually choose to go in, or you scoping out the place or whatever, Susie's working, and Susie is going. I'm Susie air quotes, but Susie is the one be like, girl. That's Susie. That's the one you need to go ahead and make this connection with to get the answers that you need. But you know how to do it, High Priestess. You've been in the Queen of Cups position for so long. You already know how to fake smile, get around people to talk about stuff that you don't even really want to be there to talk to these people about, but you have to, because who you're married to, and these are their colleagues. So you have to represent a certain way. You got to put all that stuff behind, put on your red dress, your high heels, put your hair up in curls, put on that diamond necklace that he bought you so you could brag about it. Oh, my husband bought it. Yes. For our 7th anniversary. I know you know how to play that game. But Susie, that's the one you need to talk to. Whoever quote unquote Susie is, because she's been there. Susie been there. She's a receptionist now, but she could relate. Your story would be highly relatable to her. But you'll know how to ease in. I'm hearing sister girl. So take with that how that relates. But sister girl is a good girlfriend, is she not? All right, y'all. Change card flew out over here with this little couple situation over here. So I told you they know. They know that you know. So we have some cards here on top. We have the coffin card. I mean, they know it's over. I mean, this relationship was over a long time ago between you and him. But the fact that, you've caught on, and you can end this person in a subtle way, I'm hearing. Like, it don't have to be all this. You showing up and swinging on somebody. It's not going to be made up of that. I'm hearing if you play your cards right. Because we are dealing with a short leg over here, because we do have wands, actions here, conflict, energy. But that's what we don't want. Speaking of what you don't want, toil and labor is at the bottom of the deck. 3 and 8, that's 11. That's a couple. Toil and labor stands for somebody doing something. They have to do it. They have to show up and do it, but they don't want to. But I was in that energy about you putting on your red dress and smiling in front of people you ain't feel like messing with that day. I was going to say effing with, but that's the energy. Like, you really don't want to be there, but you have to because of who you're married to. And these are their people, right? I'm hearing too, you showing up with all these diamonds and looking beautiful, but you barely have 5 cents to your name. That's what I'm hearing right now. You live in a beautiful, the luxurious energy is there, but what you have to yourself personally is nada. We gotta fix that. All right, so coffin card, house card, concern card, despair card, community. Look at that. All of those are right here. So community lets me know that there are people who support this relationship. They have supporters. Probably more support. That's crazy. It's almost as if they have more support being in this homosexual relationship, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's the fact that they're doing this behind this Queen of Cups back. For those of you all who are not knowing that I'm focused, this was my focal point because I was told that was this Queen of Cups in the beginning. And that's been nothing but focus on this Queen of Cups throughout this reading. But they have more supporters over there than they did with you, Queen of Cups. So that would hurt. I understand. Despair, concern, house card, coffin. So you Queen of Cups, you all do with this information what you need to. And I hate to drop y'all off right here with this, but let me grab a let's grab a spellcaster oracle card. I don't want to leave y'all like this, but y'all got work to do. But I'm hearing it's not anything that's going to press you or put you in further anxiety. Like, you know, this is about your healing. So this is going to be something that's going to be fun and educational at the same time. I feel like the hurtful part is like already, or you're going through the last leg of the hurtfulness right now. But it feels like you still are playing it cool, Queen of Cups. Like y'all are still together. Y'all still have your properties, your houses, your cars, everything, bank accounts, credit cards. Nothing's been disturbed, but they do know that you know. So that's where we are. That's where we are right now. All right, Spirit, can you provide a spellcaster oracle card, please? I heard White Witch. So Queen of Cups, maybe you're, So this card was flying out, sorry for the camera shake, onto the floor, but the animals card came out. I talked about you being a caged animal. And friendship in reverse. So is this one of those to where you all were high school sweethearts turned into college sweethearts? And then you all, I'm getting sorority and fraternity energy. Possibly you all went through that together and that was the bond, the connection. You all were friends first. Forgiveness at the bottom of the deck. Spirit guide came out over here. So that's why I was saying you won't have to worry about anxiety kicking in and all that good stuff. High Priestess, you're tapped in. Star card, you're tapped in. They'll let you know exactly when you need to show up to that particular hotel, and when Susie's working, they'll line all of that up for you. Don't you worry. All right. These cards fell out on top of this Ace of Cups. We have protection, strength, and peace. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? That's for you, Queen of Cups. And let this man go on and live his life. And then you get to find all of these three. It's already happening. All right, you guys, I hope this helps.